What is going on, my friends? Road Kings is where it is at. We are doing a lot of Road King seats. More Road King seats these days than we did when they were new. I loved the bikes back then. I still love them. So let's show you what we're doing on this seat. Okay, now we're ready to get started. You know what, actually, before we get started, I wanted to kind of show you guys something because people send us their seats all the time and we want to make sure you are comfortable with knowing our process, and it's pretty easy. When your order comes in, we actually, behind you, we have a table where boxes come in, we kind of go through them, we get all the paperwork for you guys, we call you up to make sure we have like everything needed, we're all on the same page. Then when your seats are ready to go, we'll take in, create labels that go on the bottom of them that get stuck to them. They're assigned a bin and they go in the bin, they go on a shelf, and in the bin we actually have, I don't want to see people's names, we have build orders, and in this order it tells you everything that needs to be done on this seat. So it tells you to move it forward, move it back, move it up, move it down, what kind of custom cover we want, what material we're using, what stitch you're getting. It's pretty detailed. We actually have a really long list, which used to be on the website, but when we changed to the new website, it wasn't up, but it will be up probably next week. And it's an entire checklist where you could go through and just check off the boxes, and it says, you know, do you want gel in your seats? What issues you have. It has a little spot where you could actually fill in and say, I have lower butt cheek issues, and it hurts when I ride for 30 minutes or whatever. So you can put all that stuff on there. You could upload pictures to us so that we could actually see your bike, see artwork that you might like. If you have a custom seat that you saw and you want to do something similar, you could send us those online as well. Or if you're not a tech guy, you're not computer savvy, and you're not really on the internet, even though you have to be now to watch this video, you can always just call us up and we could actually go through and check off the list. We highly recommend you do it online, not because we don't want to talk to you, just because we're very busy, and these days everybody is shorthanded, so our office staff is a little low right now. And also, I like to be able to make sure that we talk personally with you so we get everything on point. And sometimes you might call up, leave a message, and then I'll call you back and we'll go over all the details. So now let's really get started on the Road King seat. Here is the Road King seat. Now, normally we'll do like a step-by-step, or a lot of times we will. Since we are reality, this is a real shop, sometimes we don't have the time to show you every single step of it. However, on this one, there was some old footage, and hopefully Nick can put in some video, like some B-roll of our previous steps on the seat where Bill actually added gel to the seat and did that work. Nick is our social media guy. He does all the videos now and editing. So on this one, we already started, and I'll tell you a little bit about what we did. I know Bill kind of did in some of our other videos on other social media networks, but what we ended up doing, the customer came in with this seat. He loved the seat, comfort, or not loved the comfort wise, but loved the positioning wise, but he wasn't comfortable. So he bought a gel pad, a big gel pad, and it was a decent one. It was an orthopedic gel pad, which is great. Put it on there and he rode it around and liked it like that. Well, it's kind of a pain having those gel pads on there, and what we do a lot is we'll actually insert them into the seat into the proper position. This one was nice because it was a very large gel pad. And what we end up doing is we put the gel in, but the gel for us, we find the best thing to do is put it on your cheekbones, cut out your tailbone relief, because the gel is sometimes, especially orthopedic gel, firmer, and you really don't want a lot of pressure on your tailbone. You kind of want nothing there. And then for the guys up front, you don't want a lot of pressure usually, so we cut the gel out and have it nice and soft up there. We did that, and then that is actually inserted down into the seat. And then what we do is we bring it down a little bit lower than the foam. We shave the foam down right to the gel level and then put new foam on top of that. I find it's best to have a 1/4 inch of foam above the gel at least. If you sit directly on gel, temperature stuff can be an issue sometimes if you ride in really hot or really cold climates. Orthopedic gel usually doesn't have the same issues as some of the biker gels that do that. But I do find that by doing that, you not only get a little bit more comfort out of it because you put this little wall of foam in between you. It looks better, and then it allows you to have a better seat cover that fits and conforms better. So it's kind of cosmetic and functional. So we already went ahead and started the seat cover. This customer here wanted a nice black all black seat cover with black stitching. We did a heavier stitching, Ceraphil thread that we got through Relicate. And from here, we are going to actually just do the bottom. So you see, I just went through and I marked the bottom of it. So this is where the seat cover actually meets the bottom of the seat pan. I'm gonna go through, I stitch around there, so if it goes over any seams, it doesn't pull apart when you cut it. We cut around it, and then we make a bottom panel for the seat that gets sewn on there. So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting the bottom piece of material on this seat. This goes underneath the seat. And I like to fold the edge over and make it look decent. Now, because, well, if you watch some of our other videos, we talk about the extra material here, the Savage that gets sewn. It's the material past where you're stitching. Sometimes on motorcycle seats, you really trim that off because you want a really nice crisp radius. On a very foamy seat, like a soft foam for like a touring seat, what I like to do is utilize the Savage to bring it below the foam to have a nice crisp line around that soft foam. But because the foam is soft, it's very easy to kind of over move it and make it look kind of wanky. So by doing this, what I'm doing is putting a top stitch on here. So by putting a top stitch on here, what it does is it allows me to have the Savage going down where I want it, and then it's stitched through it, so now it's always facing down. So when you put the seat cover on, the material doesn't fold up on the top of the seat, if that makes sense. I'll try to show you when we're doing it. Let me just finish sewing this up. Okay, so pretty confident we're gonna be able to put this on. We're gonna go downstairs and install the cover onto the seat. There's a couple of small foam things I wanna fix that I just saw. All right, so here you go. This is a Road King seat, recovered. It looks like a new seat again, and it's more comfortable. If you like what you see with our channel, please remember to like, share, subscribe, follow, ring the bell, come back for more. If you are interested in having some work done, check out atomicautoworks.com or give us a call. Thank you.